Hey everybody, it's Gigi. Welcome back to my channel, Gigi's World. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use planes to model out this cat pendant. Why? Because people like cats. And I also figured that this would look best with the Cuban chain link that I taught you how to make in the last video. Starting in the 3D viewport, I just dragged and dropped this image, and I used the item tab right here and just centered everything, zeroed it out. 90 for the rotation. Go into this front facing mode. I'm going to do Shift A, mesh plane. So the plane is already selected. I'm going to hit R90X, enter to lock that in. And I'm going to hit S to scale. And honestly, you can start wherever you want to. I would suggest like one of the ends. What I'm going to do is start here. I'm going to rotate this so it gets a little better. And zoom all the way in. Scale it a little more. Alright, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go into tab, edit mode, vertex select, and you can move your vertices around however you need to. That is good enough for now. That's good enough for right now. And what I'm going to do is now go into edge select. Select this edge. I'm going to hit E to extrude, S to scale. Going to select this edge, E to extrude, S to scale, R to rotate, G to grab and move it around. That is really all that modeling with planes is. And you can make a surprising amount of things with just planes. So I'm going to go back to vertex select and fix this. Just gonna make that adjustment there. Edge select, E to extrude, E to extrude. And you can always go back and fix things up. It does not have to be perfect. This is just pretty much building your base. That's literally it. For this part right here, you can select both of these edges, E to extrude, S to scale, G to grab, make your little adjustments there. And there you go. And you're just going to keep going down. Make adjustments as needed. If it makes it easier for you to move things around in a specific way, by all means, do that. Whatever works for you. So I'm going to select this edge, E to extrude. The goal, honestly, is to have as few polygons as possible. Let me move this down. You can go into vertex select, select these two, and then select this one right here. So these three. F to fill. You're going to select these two vertices, W, subdivide. And now it has 4 sides, which is the best way to do things. So I'm going to do that again with this just to fill that in. F, selecting these two vertices, W, subdivide, edge select again, and we're just going to do the extruding and scaling, rotating, grabbing, etc., etc. And I'm gonna try to make this leg, just this leg area, from 1 polygon. Let's see how that works. All right, now we got that done. I want to go ahead and go down the leg. Going back up to the tail. Because of this, what we can do is select these vertices right here, these 4, F to fill it in, and we can do, let's see, it's like Control R to make an edge loop, and you're gonna left click to lock that in. Now you have cat. Go to my modifiers tab, add modifier. I'm going to do subdivision surface just to make it nice and smooth. You see that difference that it made there? Let me get rid of that. All right, so it's boxy, subdivision surface, nice and smooth. Solidify. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna hit W, shade smooth, and I'm gonna thicken this up a little more. Another way you could do this is selecting the pendant, going into edit mode, A, E to extrude, and you could do it like that as well. There's 2 ways to do things. Sometimes I like to use the modifier, that way I can just turn it on and off. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply. You can add in some more loop cuts wherever you need it to, wherever you need your mesh to fill in, like right in here. And that's the Control R that I mentioned earlier. Or if you want to smooth out the shading somewhere, you can do Control R. And that made a big difference there. Let me try that again. Control R. I like how this turned out. I'm satisfied with that. Going to go back to object mode, apply. So I'm going to go to the materials tab, select new, and let's make this gold. Up the metallic, lower the roughness, and right now the viewport shading is in solid. I'm gonna go to the material. So now I'm going to make the pendant part. Shift A, mesh. Let's use a cube. Tab, faces. You're gonna select the side faces because you don't need them, of course, because the pendant is gonna hang off of a chain. Delete faces. And I'm going to get rid of the reference right here. I'm gonna select this face down here, scale, scale it a little bit more. Scale this a little bit. So I'm gonna hit A, S to scale, Y, on the Y axis. There we go. And make that smaller. I'm gonna hit A to select everything again. S to scale, G to grab, I just want to make sure that this is fitting correctly, and it's not, so I want to scale on the y-axis. And I'm also going to come up here, Control R, I'm going to add an edge loop here. I'm going to bring that up, so G to grab, Z on the Z-axis, and let me add a loop cut right down the center. And let's do the subdivision surface modifier. I'm also going to shade smooth, object mode W shade smooth. And here's where you're going to see where you need to make some more adjustments. I'm also going to go ahead and add a material to it. That way I can better see what's going on here. Alright, so it looks like this is a little longer, so I'm going to scale it on the Z-axis, bring that up some. Scale it on the y-axis. Control R, I'm going to add an edge loop right here. And I'm going to add another edge loop right here. And I'm going to Shift Alt right click. That way it selects all the way around. I'm going to scale those in a little bit, just because that's what happens on the pendant. Alt right click, scale here. Alright. I'm going to subdivide it again, just because I want it to look a little better than that. And I also want to solidify this, and it'll start looking even better. You can play with the subdivision, like the solidify modifier a little bit with how thick you want to make it. That seems good. And do one. That way it fits the tail better. So let's go into object mode and see how this is looking. And it's looking pretty good. Is this perfect? No, but it is a start for you if you are just learning how to mesh, and you can keep going. Add it onto the Cuban link chain you learned how to make, and I will continue to show y'all different things you can make, ways to enhance things that I've already shown you how to make, like maybe adding diamonds onto things. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye!